Yo, what's going on? Going up on the Tuesday. It's a little late. I know. I said, if anybody up, y'all want to hang out for a little while. We might do like 20, 30 minutes. We got to go out. We ain't got to stay up all night. I just come here and drop your location. Got a few things to talk about tonight. Yeah, I got a couple things. I got a couple things to get off my chest. What's up, Natasha? Aunt Neely. Natasha said she from Florida in the building. I got a couple things, man. Hey, I was just laughing at that. What you just sent in that group chat. Hey, y'all boy crazy. Mr. Miami, what's going on? Yeah, so I guess Rodney Dinkins now 1-2. He didn't have to put it down. I already know. Karen Marion, Michigan, Ty Washington, Loganville. That boy Tyler Atkinson went on to Texas. Apostle '06, my dog, John Burr. Aunt Tiny, what's up? Regina Earl said, hey, Dukes, I'll be in ATL on Friday. Suggestions on places to eat. What kind of food you like? That's what you got to tell me first. DeAndre and Demopolis. What's up, DeAndre? Oh, what's up, boy? Been a minute. Johns Creek. Charlotte, 904. What's up, Rodney? Yeah, we might be here for about 30 minutes. I want to talk about, so we're going to, I know I want to talk about the guy, I want to talk about the girl in Detroit who killed the manager at McDonald's. And man, I was reading the comments on social media, man. I was just like, bro, it's so scary to see the lack of accountability in this generation. Man, it's sad. Okay, Regina Earl, soul food in America. Okay, cool. Um, basic American fare. Man, I tell you what, it depends like where you're gonna be at. I like 656 for a bar, like bar type food. 656 over there by the old Brave Stadium near Turner Field. I like them. Just go in and get your food early at nighttime. It's like a club that you might want to go to like a club. 656 got good food. Soul food, man. I'm a 285 MLK type of guy. So if you're on 285 and you go to MLK, then you want to go. The restaurant is called. I'm gonna find out for you right now. 285 MLK. A1 Soul Food on MLK. Yeah, that's my spot. You can't go wrong with K&K on Bankhead. K&K, A1. Them my two that I usually go to for sure. So I'm gonna send you the A1 on MLK. Yeah, I'm seeing you there. I'm seeing you the K&K. And you really can't go wrong with the beautiful off Cascade too. The beautiful, especially for breakfast. All access said don't put in the food. Hey, look, don't put in the hood. Hey man, the food. Hey, I'm trying to put you where the food at. Like she said, soul food. Like it's hard to find soul food. Like it ain't a lot of places you can go get good soul food that ain't kind of in the hood in Atlanta, bro. Like if you know a good soul food spot that ain't in the hood, you got to tell me for sure. Boom, put the monetization on. Sabrina, I ain't get it, Sabrina. Send it to me in the email or send it to my DM. Let me turn on this monetization right quick. I can't, Sabrina. I can't get it out the chat. You got to send it to me so I can get it when it's over with. Because when the show over with, I can't go back to it, Sabrina. These words said, how much wins for CU this season, man? Give me 9, man. Give me 9, 9, 10. That's where I'm at with it. Sabrina, I know you just put it in the chat, baby. I can't. You feel me? I can't do nothing with it right now. Dude, hold on, I'm finna see my email right here, Sabrina. Oh, David Garcia back. What up, David Garcia? Hey, Sabrina, send it to me. I'm gonna go check it out. I can't do nothing with it right now. I got you for sure though. And just recorded a show with Justin Adams. We're gonna put that out. We call that the rundown. We're gonna put that out. Got one with Steph Brown. That'll be out. I talked to Bucky earlier. We should be recording something soon. Let me see. Let's see what Bucky say. Mr. B. Oh now. Mr. Brandon, thank you. I appreciate it. That's my partner too. Thank you, Mr. Brandon. All right, look. So got a few people in here. Let me go check out Facebook, man. Make sure I shout out to Facebook folks. Boom. Shout out to Facebook. My boy Marlo Santiago. What's up, big dog? All right, cool. All right, so oh man, look, hey. So yeah, I know y'all see the hat I got on. This is the All-Star Game special. I think the Usher edition. My sister got me this, Regina Deuce. So shout out to my sister Regina. I think she might be at the Beyonce concert again. I know she probably went 3-4 times. That's her folks. But shout out to Regina, man. My sister brought me this hat this morning. She dropped it off and said, "Boy, you better wear this if you go live tonight." For sure. So shout out to Regina with the upside down special edition. Atlanta Braves, that for sure. All right, so look, I want to talk about this before I get started. All right, so the story is you've got a manager, mother of 6, who's working at a McDonald's, and she's stabbed to death by a 26-year-old who who recorded social media video saying that that this lady keeps sending me home, she's bullying me, she thinks she all that, and I get it. And when you go look at the girl's social media, you see some troubling stuff, right? But you can't judge, a book by its cover. But you see multiple, you know, pictures of her in the uh in the play area that the kids are supposed to be in. Multiple pictures of her, in the bathroom, at work. Now, people in the comments are saying, "Well, how you know she was on the clock?" You don't, but you can kind of tell that it's something going on there, right? Okay, cool. This is my problem. So she sent they get an argument, and right now allegedly they saying that she may have been on her off day. I'm not sure, but they get in an argument, and the word is that she came up there on her off day and said she wants to make up hours. Gets to arguing with the manager. The manager sends her home, and she says, "I'm going back up there." She puts on the mask, goes through the back door, and stabs the lady to death. All right. The most troubling part outside of this lady losing her life, outside of these kids growing up without a mom over a dispute, outside of a 26-year-old who just threw her life away, is the fact of how many people in the comments were kind of applauding or saying, "Oh well, that's what you get. You got to watch who you deal with. You managers don't need to talk to associates like that." And I'm like, I don't care what she said to this lady. She did not deserve to lose her life. This is a 15-year McDonald's employee. Anybody who's working that long at McDonald's and works their way up to management, one, you got to have some type of patience for somebody to be able to be in this fast food industry for that long, because people are rude. And somebody who worked at Walgreens for a long time, and I tell you a funny story, like not even a funny story, but if y'all know, it's a dude TC Cooper who be with Coach Prime, be with DeAndre Sanders, be with Lexus Sky, all of these people like TC, he be with Coach Prime a lot. He worked for me at a Walgreens. We went through some of this stuff together where folks was like, kind of tripping. And you just really be like, is it even that serious? Excuse me. But yeah, like, so somebody who worked on that level, somebody who worked there were times where somebody would come out there and just spaz out. And in order to protect the rest of the staff, you got to send that person home. How many times have you seen people not want to take accountability for what they got going on? And you like, how hard is it to tell a kid or tell somebody, an hourly associate, to say, hey man, put up your phone. And then they go back and they say, oh, my manager tripping. Like, where's accountability? Like this generation, it is so hard to tell people, to tell young people, hey, that's wrong. Or to tell young people, you shouldn't do that. It's hard to do it. So, man, for our generation, man, I just want to say, man, continue to stay 10 toes down. And I know that, and because the overarching thing that you see in the comments is that's why you need to leave people alone. And I get it. But at what point do we just have to say, hey, man, why can't we be accountable at all? Zero accountability. Zero. Every time you tell somebody that they're doing something that is not right, you hate them. Like, man, we and that's what happened. The OGs got too cool with the next generation. So now they can't tell. So now you can't tell them nothing. So look at this generation that's gonna be having kids. Imagine what the grandbabies and the greats and the next generations are gonna be looking like when accountability is at an all-time low. We got to get back to being accountable, dog. We got to accept the accountability that we let some of it go, but we got to start putting our foot down and telling people like, hey, man, that ain't right. Check your brother. Hey, man, you ain't doing this the right way. You don't got to clown them. You ain't got to embarrass them. But, man, we got to get back to accountability, man. It's sad, man, because I'm looking at, it really bothered. It was on my spirit. It reading those comments made me sick to my stomach at the amount of people that said that's why managers need to stay out their employees' face. Never once thinking to look at this girl and say, you know what, maybe was there any way that she could have handled this dispute without killing the manager? And they said, oh, well, mental health is real. That's why you need to leave people alone. So anybody who having a bad day, you basically got to, unlearn principles that you've learned, such as respect and dignity, to keep your life. Nah, man. Hey, look, I ain't no preacher like I always say, man, but the devil moving around very divisively right now. And we got to cling to the principles that we grew up on, man. Like a lot of these folks, a lot of these kids ain't getting enough whoopings. Excuse me. I don't want to say some things that, and I know corporal punishment is looked down upon, but man, some of these kids need more spankings. Some of them, because you can look at our generation, like we were like the last generation that got whooped, for real. And yeah, we got some fools too, but we got a lot of people that are successful that look back fondly on correction. It's a Bible verse about people who hate correction. Like, man, what? Why wouldn't you want somebody to tell you when you tripping? Hey, Sabrina, I just got that email. Come on, man. So, man, like, let's get, and I hate to get on this type of stuff, but I want us to be able to talk about it. We call this the fam. If you got teenage kids, if you got kids in their 20s, if you got young babies, if you got grandbabies, man, Let's put that accountability back into the world. Come on now. Like, let's put that accountability back in there. It ain't, we get so afraid. Man, my last job, and I remember my last job that I worked before I started doing sports full time. I was running a warehouse. The only person I reported to was the president. It was me and the president. I had a staff of I was responsible for about 35 to 40 people. A few people that made, in almost six figures, you know what I'm saying? So I had some guys that was pretty high up, but it was my building for the most part. But I was the type of guy that I got down into the weeds, and so I ended up letting the supervisor go. Supervisor was so unaccountable, and that's like my pet peeve. Like, I'm the type of person, I'm like, look, you can be wrong a million times, but I can't help you if every time you wrong is somebody else's fault. All right, cool. So I made mistakes. I ain't tripping. All right, cool. So the supervisor knew that it was gonna take a while to hire another one, and they thought they were gonna be able to hold me hostage. And I said, you know what? No, I'm just gonna let you go. I'll run the flow. Manager, yep, I'm gonna go out there with my slacks on and I'm gonna go run it. So I run the flow. And you have to go unlearn everybody of bad habits. And I realized how bad a leadership I had in place. I was taking people home, giving them rides, feeding people kids, making sure like somebody got their truck stole, I'm giving them Uber rides, no food, buying them lunch, everything I could do. I had this one guy who ran out of time. When I say time, no vacation days, no sick days, literally missed about 6 days straight of work. Came back to work, and I said, bro, man, call no show for 6 straight days with no doctor's excuse. Bro, there's no way I can let you come back and work in this building. You know who fault it was? Mine. You a lame. You a Uncle Tom. Ooh, you all about this. You about this. And I got so out of character, and I said, hey, buddy, listen. If it's that, we can go across the street. But it's how I take care of my little boy. So I'm not finna let you talk to me crazy in here. But if it's that, let's just go across the street. I put myself in a bad position because I literally was like, bro, if you want to be that violent and if I'm all that, and let's go across the street and handle that business, right? Which one the smartest thing now, for me to do. And he wound up leaving or whatever. But I'm just looking at where I was in that moment. People will put you in a position and they can be all the way wrong, but they put you in a position where you feel like you got to defend yourself because they wrong. Because they wrong. Now imagine if that would have went left. I go across the street with Buddy. He pulls out a gun and shoots me. Now, he going to jail and I can't take care of my baby. But I said all that to say, if there was any accountability, that whole interaction don't happen. So I want to talk about that because that hit home for me because I made my money in management. And, I worked in the warehouse. So it's sometimes, man, there was one time I worked in one warehouse where 70% of my workforce had been to prison. Like, and that's nothing to say that you can't reform people. But this is the thing. When you bring some of what we call the glass house rules, like anything goes, when you bring that mentality into the workforce, people they will turn that building into their rules. And that don't work. It don't work. That's for there. That ain't for trying to work. So yeah, man, I just wanted to talk about that. We ain't gotta voluntary quit. How you gonna no call, no show for 6 days and come back to work and still want your job and say, man, I got a little boy. Boy, you got a little boy. Man, and then look, I asked him to tell me, like, what happened? What's going on? Like, what happened, bro? Like, what happened? It wasn't nothing. Man, me and my baby mama, man. I'm like, hey, buddy, that ain't got dog, you ain't even called. I done gave you everything, bro. I done gave you your little boy some money. I done gave you some money. I done gave you a ride. I done gave your little boy a ride. I done did everything I could do. You wouldn't even give me the decency to call me so I can say, hey, this dude ain't coming to work. Come on, man. So let's move on to Teddy Bridgewater. And we talked about it a little bit last night. I know one thing. If you coach in Atlanta, you have given somebody a ride home. If you coach in the inner city, period, you've given somebody a ride home. You done made sure somebody has something to eat, and I don't care what age level it is. You done figured out how to get somebody some equipment, a pair of gloves, a t-shirt, jersey, pants, something. And this looks like a witch hunt for jealousy because they waited until he slipped, until he said something like, hey man, y'all help support. Y'all do something, because we look at Coach Steph had a post. Shout out to Steph. Steph say, and I don't want to ruffle no feathers, but if Steph said, he said if the mamas in Atlanta took their children as seriously as they took this Beyonce concert, Atlanta would be a different place. And this ain't just for the mamas, but I'm pretty sure Teddy Bridgewater's like, look, all these kids need help, and they depending on me to help them. But you got the mamas and the daddies doing whatever and not investing in their own children. It's crazy, man. Like, so I see he had a post that says, they couldn't fire him because he really wasn't an employee of the school. He was volunteering. And it's sad, man, that you'll rather run off somebody than support them. You'd rather take somebody who's pouring in to the community and run them off before you support them. Match them. Try to find the silver lining. Man, please. Man. I love my people, man. I love my people to death, man. I love my people to life, excuse me. Love my people to life, man. But man, we make it hard on each other sometimes, don't we? Don't we, y'all? Don't we make it hard on each other sometimes? For the sake of making it hard. Like, we just, man, it's a real jealous crab in the bucket, divisive spirit going around. So we got to stay prayed up, man. We got to, man. We got to stay prayed up. And it said in the Bible, man, but that spirit of division, it hit my family. Like, it's a spirit of division going around. It's a spirit of envy and jealousy and ego, man. And we got to make sure that we taking our vitamin A, accountability. We got to make sure we taking that accountability, man. And man, Michael Jackson got a song, dog. And we got to make sure we looking at the man in the mirror. What can we do? If the people who really had it out for Teddy Bridgewater looked in the mirror and said, man, what more can I do? We wouldn't be here. Impermissible benefits. Come on, man. That's crazy. But yeah, man, I didn't want to get on here and get too serious tonight, man. I just had some things I want to get off, man, and talk about and see what y'all thought, and make sure I wasn't tripping, because I'm like, man, perfect by no means. Got it all together by no means. Zero. By zero means do I have it even close to all together. But man, I know God blessed me with common sense. But the more common sense I get, and the more common sense it feels like I have, the more I realize common sense ain't common. That's a shame. For sure. Well, look, y'all, man, I really just want, y'all got something else y'all want to talk about, man? Like, because I really want to jump on for about 30 minutes just to kind of, for us to talk about that and me to be able to put that in the universe just to kind of for us to spread a good word, man. Accountability is a word. You feel me? We got to go seek out that accountability. You feel me? Like that's the word. Man, you know what? I'm gonna give y'all another word before I get out of here. So, man, shout out to Pastor Lee over there at Berean Christian, right? Okay, cool. This for anybody who feel like they not doing like the work that they're doing isn't being brought to the forefront. This is for all my people that's working in silence. He said something in church the other day that was so cold that I had to share. Man, you realize Jesus worked all them years for a 3-year ministry. They said John the Baptist had all that time that he worked was for a short ministry. Dig what I'm saying? After Jesus was born, you really ain't hear much about him until he was a teenager. It's like 10, 12 years go by. This the man who was brought to save the whole world. So if Jesus can work in silence and put the work in and wait on their time, then why can't we? And I want to share that because, the past couple of years, I done had, it's been like an exhilarating ride for me. Like, people watching me come up, and it's like every other week I had something like big to show or something big I was doing. Oh, here goes another announcement. Here goes another announcement. Here goes another announcement. Oh, Deion Sanders invites him out to Colorado. Oh, man, one-on-one interview with Kirby Smart. Oh, Stephen A. Smith. Oh, man, ESPN reached out to him. Oh, man, interviews with ESPN, and could he be the next guy? And all of this type of stuff that I had going on. And in the season of planting seeds, you can't grow weary. Because you got to realize, like, dog, even Jesus had to wait his time. This man he's literally the human form of God, and even he didn't have his whole 33 years wasn't just popping like that. He had to go to work. So, man, if I don't leave y'all with nothing else tonight, man, if you're doing the work, I don't care if it's work, I don't care if it's weight loss, I don't care if it's bettering your home, I don't care if it's bettering you, I don't care if whatever it is, just understand. When it's your time, and nobody can do nothing about it. So don't grow weary while you're in the season of planting, because the harvest is on the way. All right? All right, for sure, man. Much love, man. If you out, make it home safe. Make it home. You feel me? And shoot, man, that's that, man. I'll see y'all soon, for sure.